Here's all you'll need to make this delicious cake. Some chocolate, a touch of baking powder, eggs, butter, strawberries of course. This is optional, but red food colouring does add to the appearance. Then you need some chocolate hazelnut spread, strawberry jam, some Bailey's strawberries and cream liqueur, or in this case the shop's own brand, some whipping cream, or if you can't get hold of that, double cream will whip up okay, caster sugar and some self-raising flour. First thing we're going to do, get your butter softened up in the microwave, in with your sugar, and then give them a good mix until they become nice and creamy. With your butter and sugar mixed in, it's time to go in some of your red dye, 3 eggs, and strawberries and cream liqueur, and then give those a good mix. With those mixed in, it's time to put your mixer to one side, get your sieve out, and then we're going in with your dry ingredients, which is your flour and baking powder, and sieve them into there. And then we're just going to get those mixed in with the wet ingredients until they all come together. Do this by hand, as I say, put your mixer away. And it resembles something like that, pink blancmange in our case. It's time to get out your baking tin. First thing we're going to do with your cake tin is cut a template so that this will go along the bottom of your lined cake tin. With your template cut, it's time to just give your cake tin a rub with some butter. When it's lined, it's time to go in with your greaseproof paper template that you cut, and then into there with your cake mixture. And then this is going into the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for around 45 minutes, or until one of these cocktail sticks comes out clean, i.e. it's not wet. Then you know that your cake's done. Because all ovens are different, just keep checking. It might not be exactly 45 minutes, but you'll know when it's done when that stick comes out clean. With your cake cooking in the oven, it's time to prepare the ingredients for your filling and topping. So strawberries, the easiest way I've found is to get one of them metal straws, which I haven't got, but anything that's like tubular, like that, go up the centre, straight up, and it normally brings out a tube of that and takes the green stuff off the top. Give your hazelnut spread, put it in the microwave for a minute, and it softens it up even more. Then I'm just going to dip your strawberries into the chocolate, pop them on a plate to dry a bit, and do that with them all. With the strawberries dipped, next we're going to whip up the cream, put it into there with a bit of your red food colouring, so that they definitely know that they're getting a strawberry themed cake. And your cocktail stick comes out nice and clean and not wet, you know that your cake is pretty much done. So turn it upside down onto a cake stand if you've got one, if not onto a plate. Give it a good tap. Out it comes. Take off your greaseproof paper, and then we're just going to let that cool down for a bit so that the butter sort of solidifies. It makes it easier to cut. When it's cooled down a little bit, it's time to cut it in half. I find a serrated knife best. Don't try and just hack your way through it, just go around it gently. Lift it off gently. Hopefully it comes off something like that. It's ready for your filling. First thing we're going to put on is the hardest thing. I say hard, it's lovely and soft really, but strawberry jam. And it's on with your hazelnut spread. And then your final middle there is with some of your cream. Then it's back on with the lid on the top of the cake to me and you. Take off any excess. That's a bonus for the chef. And then the rest of your cream to go on top. And onto your cream, we're just going to go with some chocolate shavings. And then last but not least, I'm going to cut your strawberries in half. Hopefully, as you can see, chocolate hazelnut has hardened up a bit, not too much, still want it nice and soft because it is hazelnut chocolate after all. But then we're just going to pop that around the cake. When you've got your strawberries on, all that's left is to cut yourself a piece, get a cup of tea and get stuck in.